This is what astrology is not, and a lot of people do not understand the ancient practice of Western astrology. Now, that's not that ancient, because what's more ancient than that is Eastern, Hindu, Egyptian astrology, and Chinese astrology. Western is basically the new kid on the block, even though it's been around since 300 or 400 BC. But guess what? Eastern astrology has been 5,000 to 10,000 BC. So I'm going to tell you what astrology is, and then I'm going to be starting a series of astrology classes. You can see that in my tab called Learn. Astrology is not about prediction, but it can be, so hang in there. It's about taking a celestial map or blueprint of the sky the moment that you were born, and somebody who can interpret that language interprets the language and tells you the blueprint of who you are. If you were to be born with a manual, an astrology reading, a good one, is your manual. So then you want to decode that manual, because when you use it properly, then you will have a smooth running piece of machinery that will help you navigate correctly and in the most healthiest, most soulful way your entire life. And the machinery is that avatar of a body that you're in. You'll be able to magically navigate your life in certain time frames and time stamps that will be advantageous for whatever you're desiring at that time. It might be a job, a relationship, better health, more money, spiritual growth. By the way, spiritual growth is the number one. See, you've got a yin and yang to your entire ecosystem. And parts of your personality are optimum in certain situations and complete failure in other situations. But how do you know when that is? That's where I come in. That's what I tell you. The really neat thing is that I'm also clairvoyant and I do remote viewing. So yes, it's kind of predictive. It's very predictive, actually. But you have to work with it. You have to open up that manual or have somebody interpret. You have to know what you want. You have to know who you are. And I help coach clients not get in their own way. You have to let go of bad habits, bad behavioral patterns, and limiting belief systems that are holding you back. Yep, you guessed it. A good astrology reading can tell you that too. What kind of karma did you bring into this life? What kind of people are involved in that karma? And you can't just do this in one reading, guys. That's why I'm a life coach. If you want to have one reading and you listen to that, because I record them over and over again, that's definitely an advantage. You get a reading to understand what all the time frames are and the timestamps are for the next year, and you just listen to it over and over and over again. I usually suggest once or twice or even 4 times a month. But if you're like most of my clients, you talk to me on a regular basis. I hope that helps. Namaste.